So next up is episode 32,
Carlos on Call.
Oh, yeah, Carlos was playing WWF Super Fighters with Atari sounds.
He's also not very good at it.
Yeah.
Even though he thinks he's the shit.
Well, that's because he's trying to play as Hogan and Ultimate Warrior against Hacksaw Jim Duggan and, who was the other guy who was fighting?
I forgot. Could have been DiBiase?
No, I don't think it was DiBiase. I don't know. Either way, he's trying to go up against the, quote, big bads of the era as Hogan, who's starting to be, like, on his way out, and Warrior, who's basically like, yeah, WCW time, dude.
And then the strange kid shows up.
Yep.
Who is the daughter of Carlos's teacher.
Yep.
Which I was confused.
Yeah.
Because they make it sound like Carlos and them are not in school at all, but they did not graduate. There was no graduation episode. The other Rangers were it was blatantly explained to us that the other Rangers graduated.
Mm-hmm.
These kids have not graduated. So my only guess is that she was referencing that Carlos must have been in her homeroom.
Right.
Because I'm pretty sure they're coming back for his senior year after this.
Right.
So
yeah,
then she's
technically they're still on the summer break thing.
Yeah, because they don't have professional
What's
jobs.
that girl's
They're
name,
not
Sylvia?
adults.
I think it was like Sylvie or something like
Sylvia?
that.
Yeah, it's Sylvia or Sophie or some shit like that.
And then-
either way, she catches Carlos in a fucking, is it Superman 3 or Superman 4
3.
photo booth?
3.
3? That's what I thought.
Okay, I gotta ask something. Carlos. I know you're in a hurry. I get it. You gotta save the world, man. You're a
You
superhero.
can't find a place to morph. You can't find a place to
He
morph.
tries to run into the bathroom or something, and people come out. He's like, fuck. And then he's like, a photo booth.
I'm telling you what would have been hysterical is if he'd have went into the bathroom, closed the stall, and there'd have been some guy in the other stall pooping, and he heard, "Let's rock it! 3, 3, 5.
What kind of shit was that?
You okay over there, man?
What the hell were you eating?
You just-
Who does number 2 work for?
You can't bring video games in here,
When
man.
you poo, do you usually say 3, 3, 5? And do you actually start your poo with, let's rock it?
yeah, because that's what
Are you talking to your poo?
anybody in the other stall would have been like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And then you'd have waited, like, I want to see this weird fucking guy that comes out.
Right, and then
you're
no guy
slowly
comes
washing
out.
your hands, and then you lean
You're
up there.
waiting forever.
And then some guy comes in, he's like, what are you doing? He's like, dude, there's some weird dude in this stall. I need to know. You weren't here.
You weren't here. You didn't.
You need to go call the cops. There's some dude doing some weird shit in there.
But then but Carlos won't teleport back into the stall.
And Carlos would
Right.
never come back.
And he would never come back, so this guy's like
dude
waiting there for days, like,
Yeah.
where is this? This dude's taking a long shit.
That dude would wait in there for like a
Now-
half an hour and be like, I don't think he's coming
Now,
out.
before this phone booth thing, Carlos's communicator goes off and he starts talking. And it's like, wait, what?
Nope.
You're not supposed to be using this stuff.
Nope, they completely got rid of that. They gave it up on that.
What?
Yeah, they
The
gave up on
communicator
that.
thing. His communicator went off.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
started
this
using communicator.
Psycho blacked it and be like, oh, Carlos!
That's because Power Rangers falls under DBZ logic. If it doesn't work the first fucking time, you never do it the fuck again.
There's no Zordon.
Yeah.
There's no Zordon to keep them from doing things like that. If
Right.
Zordon knew that there had to be a communications blackout, he'd have shut them down.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that, so they can make stupid-ass mistakes like that. The reason that watch is still usable at all, because in the actual event that they knew they were being tracked by the watches, Zordon probably would have said, give me those. Leave them here until we can figure it out.
Alpha will do something.
Yep.
No.
Now, these Rangers, they no longer have a mentor. They just simply said to each other, we shouldn't use these. But that doesn't stop anybody from using them.
Right.
So, Carlos goes into the photo booth,
Changes.
morphs, and then...
Goes to fight the Invader Zim monster.
And then, let me ask you this. I don't know how much time passed.
Yeah, I was a little confused by that as well.
Usually when a photo booth takes your picture, it prints out the pictures fairly quickly.
Fairly quickly.
So when this girl comes around, and then she's looking for Carlos, and she hears the fucking thing
I
printing...
think we're looking at, okay, when you watch certain things, this happens often, where they'll be like, oh, there's a fucking 20-second countdown, and then they'll show this scene and this scene, this scene, and almost a minute and a half goes by. A lot of times what you're seeing is like 5 or 6 events that are happening all at once.
Yep.
But because of the accumulated time, like a minute and 30 seconds goes by when the bomb was going to blow up in 40 seconds.
I don't know if this is the same case. I really just think that
I
that's
know.
a slow fucking printer.
The only thing I can come up with here is that he
Weren't
is...
they about like 5 minutes to make the picture?
Because you don't know how long she sat over there with her mom or whatever and played that game.
Newer
Right.
age photo booths, they don't take that long. But yes,
Even
1998.
Yeah,
older age. I used to take those damn things. They had them at the fucking mall. You'd walk
Yeah.
in, sit down with your girlfriend. They'd be like, pop, 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 and then it'd be like, your photos are printing.
Yeah.
And that was about how long they took.
Right.
Okay, but I'm gonna say
But the only thing I can give him as well is that he's morphed. He's now Power Ranger, and he just fucking disappears because Power Ranger move faster.
Oh,
than
he
the eye.
teleported.
Well, that's not the
Yeah.
part that he's wondering, because the little girl walks up and then the pictures
Right.
drop.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
like
because
convenience
he's
is
that quick,
convenient.
Right, but because he's that quick, he could get there. They can have a bit of a fight, and like Bill said, the two are happening at the same time because he's already fucked off and he's gone to fight the dude voiced by Invader Zim, and fucking now all of a sudden, the girl's
What?
Carlos, where the fuck?
And then when she sees
Why
the
is
picture,
the printer going off?
that thing, those are some really good pics, man. It really showed the detail of the morph.
Right.
And she's like, Carlos is the Black Ranger? I'm like, yeah, it's called acting. Try it.
We've seen worse children actors.
We
Yes,
have,
we
but
have.
we've seen so much better.
I
I
guess.
understand. I'm
in Power Rangers.
I'm not nitpicking. I'm just like, I was just joking with it. I'm not nitpicking. I know it's Power Rangers. Nobody's bringing their A game to Power Rangers. Maybe their C or D game, but not their A game.
No. I think Bulk and Skull still bring their A game. But that's the A comedy
I'm gonna
game.
talk about them later.
But later
Yeah,
on,
I know. Me too.
later on, Carlos gets an email thinking it's the Psycho Ranger sending emails. It's like, no, the Psychos wouldn't do anything like that.
That is kind of
They'd
funny.
be reaching through the computer to grab you.
Hey, Carlos.
Why not? Apparently everybody has their goddamn fucking Skype address.
Hey,
They just
Carlo.
fucking send them messages all the time.
I thought it was weird too. Because what's he doing?
Boop, boop,
Hey,
boop,
Carlos.
I know who you
Power
are, Black
Rangers,
Ranger.
this is Nasada. How the fuck do you have my number?
because they had their ship.
Yeah.
Oh, true. Boop, 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 boop. Power
So,
Rangers,
yo,
show up or I will destroy the planet.
Carlos is sitting at his computer and he gets an email and it's like, I know who you are. So I'm sitting there thinking, he's like, the Psycho Ranger. I'm like, what do you think Psycho Black's doing? Hey, Carlos, I know who you are. Meet me at this place at noon. Love, Psycho Black.
Psycho Black ain't worried about I know what you did last summer.
No,
Right?
he's not. And to be fair, he's not going to email you.
Yeah.
And even if he is, it's going to be for something the fuck else.
Although, I'm not going to lie, I would love that if it was Psycho Black, sending him emails like, I know who you are.
Yeah.
So evil.
Right. I know who you are. I would have responded, no shit, you sapped my mind.
I would have responded, yeah, I already know, because all the other bad guys already know.
Yeah.
Our identities are not secret from the bad guys.
Can I answer? My biggest question is, why did you end it with love Psycho Black? I don't love you. Do you love me? Is this a weird, like a infatuation?
Yes.
Are you telling me you're trying to work some shit out? Like, I know we're high school students, but like, I don't think I'm there yet. Maybe college experimentation.
And you're kind of like a rock monster, so like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not really into that.
Now, when we get to the kid blackmailing Carlos,
Yeah, that.
the kid, does the kid have platform shoes on? Or platform sneakers? Because that's what it looked like to me.
It's a possibility. It might have been high tops. That shit was fucking
And then, yeah,
fad
so-
in the 80s and 90s.
So Carlos shows up. The girl is the one that sent him the email.
You're very slow for a Power Ranger.
And then Carlos is like, I get it. You know, he's wondering what's going on. Somebody sends him an email like that. He's concerned. And this girl keeps talking to him, and he's like, gotta be a douche. Go away.
Go
Go
fuck
away.
away. Yeah.
Right.
And he's like, well, you're a Power Ranger. And he's like, me a Power Ranger? No.
Photo.
Photo. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe morphing in a photo booth was a terrible idea.
Yeah, no shit, Superman.
So then after they spend the day together, she hands him this ancient technology. Pager?
A pager.
No, I'm not sure what a pager does.
Fucking please.
It's ancient technology. I never had one. Did you?
I did not have one.
So
My father did. I know what the fuck they do.
my dad had to have one when he was on call.
Yeah.
My parents never had one, so obviously I never played. I know what a pager is. I'm not retarded. Okay?
Oh, I never got to play around with it,
I
but
can,
yeah, I know
I
what
can
the
look
fuck
online
happened.
and find out what it is. It pages you. I get it. It's in the fucking name.
Look, I'm not even worried about the pager. What I'm worried about is after their quote unquote fun day, Carlos goes back to the ship and tells everybody. Everybody gives him the, hey, your boyfriend or girlfriend is no fucking good for you speech. Like you're in an abusive relationship speech. And he's, yeah, you guys are fucking right.
I'm gonna
Oh, fuck, she just sent me. Okay, hold on, I gotta go, guys. I'll be back.
That's like, yeah, your friend's like, dude, you don't need that girl.
Right.
She's bringing you down. Knock that shit off. You tell her to go fuck off. And then you get a text message. Oh, I gotta go, guys.
Yeah.
I'm so whipped.
Yeah.
And then as you run off, I'm like, oh, you fucking pansy ass bitch.
Right.
And what makes it, I guess, kind of better and worse is what happens after the second time. He brings her back home.
She wants him.
She gives him a chance, one chance to get his photo back and never see her again. And instead, he snaps at her.
Yeah, he does. I just want a rock from the moon, and I know you can get it. You think I have time for that? I'm a superhero. I gotta save the world, little bitch.
He didn't
say that, but he did snap on her.
She gives him a chance to break free, and instead he snaps at her.
And he leaves.
How would you respond?
Well, this girl.
I mean, realistically, this little girl is blackmailing you. You do actually have more important shit to do.
Yeah.
The ship is in need of repair. You don't have time to fucking boogie board around and fucking go to the moon and pick up rocks. And quite frankly, you can't be at this girl's beck and call because you actually do have a city to fucking protect.
This little girl also seems to understand certain things. Like, she's not a stupid kid by any means. She's actually quite intelligent.
Right.
So I would be like, listen, I can get you a rock from the moon. Can I get it later? I gotta protect the planet.
Yeah, that I might have been.
Yeah.
But man, at the same
I will
time,
get you. I swear to you, I'll get you one.
At the same time, I can't be at this little girl's fucking beck and call. I can't be. Look, first off, there is no Zordon. You know what? Tell whoever you want.
And that's what Carlos said. He's like, you know what? I don't care if you tell the whole world. I gotta go.
Even whether people know or don't know, it doesn't change what I have to do.
I'm going to protect you whether you know my identity or not.
Right.
So you know what? I get it. But I don't think I blame him. I think I probably would have reacted close to the same way. I think the first time she'd have showed me the pictures, I'd have said, listen, I know you think this is cute. This is not a game. I'm not taking your pager home. Please give me those. And she'd have been like, no. You need to hang out with me.
No, I'm an augmented human. I can move faster than the human eye. I'm going to take those pictures and go.
My first choice is not to rip them out of her hands yet.
Right.
But realistically, I'm going to tell her, please give me that shit. And she's going to say no. And I know. And then I'm probably going to rip them out of her hands.
And then I'm going to rip them up. And then I'm going to be like, now what? That was the only copy you had.
What makes this even more weirder is later on we get Ashley trying to talk to Carlos saying, yeah, there's something you should know about her.
And this is actually this was...
Oh, yeah, the
where they go to the doctors?
backstory.
I have a problem with this.
At first I thought they were going to hint at she's dying, and then it's like, there's a doctor, oh, they're going to say that she's dying. No,
I have a problem with.
No, it's just her brother died.
Does HIPAA not exist in the Ranger universe?
Yeah, you're
Apparently.
asking two random people, hey, so this little girl, the reason why she is the way she is because her brother died.
He was sick. I was his doctor. I couldn't save him.
I'm
He's
sorry,
dead as shit.
Ashley can't go to the doctor and be like, so this little girl, I'm concerned about her.
Because they had to have went to this doctor. Somehow they figured out it was her doctor. That's a fucking problem.
Right.
Next, they go to this doctor, and then they say, hey, so there's this little girl that's been hanging out, and she keeps bothering us about stuff.
And the moon.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with her? Like, this brings up, why did you go to a doctor to ask about this little girl?
Right.
And
Let's say it is some sort of public knowledge that at the school there's a little plaque that says so-and-so guy died, and somehow she's able to track that back and say, wait a second, wasn't that so-and-so's wasn't that so and so's teacher's? Wasn't that the teacher's son?
Yeah.
Doesn't that okay? So that leads back to this, and oh shit! But then instead of just going and telling Carlos, we went to a doctor who just blatantly fucking ignored HIPAA policy and said, "Yeah, here's medical information on this girl that you might be stalking and kidnapping, and who knows what the fuck else."
Oh, you're friends with her? Let me go ahead and just tell you everything.
Let me just tell you everything about that medical history that I'm not allowed to disclose under any fucking circumstances.
Unless you're family.
The FBI.
Not even if you're family. You have to sign in triplicate fucking waivers that state, yes, the doctor can tell you. You know how the fuck I know? Every time I take my girlfriend to the ER, to a doctor's appointment, to go get a fucking eye exam, I have to sign the piece of paper that says, I'm here with her, I'm fucking her, so I get to know what the fuck is going on.
Is that on the piece of paper?
If Scott,
basically,
check
yes.
if you're fucking her?
Basically, yes.
If Scott had butt cheek cancer, and he went to the doctors and discovered that he had butt cheek cancer, the doctors cannot tell us that Scott has butt cheek cancer. Scott has to tell us, or Scott has to tell the doctors that it's okay for them to tell us.
But Scott doesn't want to tell us because that's a little embarrassing.
It's a little weird.
So I go to his doctor.
That's not embarrassing. That's sad. That means he can't be Jean-Claude Van Damme. You know, Jean-Claude Van Damme once killed a man with the butt cheek power.
Now I go to Scott's doctor. I'm like, listen, Scott's doctor.
Scott's a buddy of mine that I've known for 2 days now.
And I need to know his life.
I need to know what's going on with that there,
And that
Scott.
doctor's like, you want me to tell you?
Scott's like, and then that doctor just fucking blatantly says, oh, well, you know, the story with Scott is that he has butt cheek cancer. I was treating him.
That's awful. I don't know why Scott, who I've known for 48 hours, and I don't even know this man's last name, would not tell me that he has this personal issue going on in his life. I am horrified that a man I've known for 2 days has not told me this.
He also had a family member whom I treated.
Oh my God! Why didn't he tell me? You think you know a guy for 2 days?
Like, you can't do that. Like, this is weird. This part of this episode was strange. And I get that it's like a kid's show, but, like, I was watching it and I was like, what the fuck?
Can't do that. I'm
like,
sorry.
The doctor just blatantly fucking gives out his patient's shit?
When the doctor tells Ashley and Carlos that her brother died and that's why she doesn't have many friends and stuff.
And they were going to grow up and be astronauts and go to the moon and get a rock.
Carlos, who did feel bad because he didn't know the story.
Yeah. Carlos, you're even more of a douchebag now than you were.
Yeah.
But here's the problem. Now here's where it comes. Are you technically a douchebag if you did not have that information? Because I promise you, if Carlos would have known from the start, he never would have yelled at that girl.
Right, he just went and got that rock.
He would have went and got that rock.
Because he does go and get that rock.
Because he doesn't know. I don't think that makes you a douche. Because you didn't know the information.
I would have reacted badly to this. There's no way I'd have played games with this girl. I have important shit to do.
I would have yelled.
I
would have felt bad if I would have found out that the reason why she is the way she is and the way that she's doing this is
I'd have pulled that paper, I'd have ripped it the fuck to shreds, and then I sat her down and I'd have said, listen, what were you hoping to accomplish here? And if she'd have said something like, I'm be honest, we moved here, I want friends. That's what this really is. I'm like, if you just want something to do from time to time,
all you have to do is ask.
Like, we're always at the youth centers and shit.
If you want a friend, all you have to do is ask. I have no problem playing WWF fucking arcade games with you.
You don't have to play this fuck game that could literally get you or me or somebody else killed.
Even the whole city
I don't know if you know this, but knowing my identity, knowing I'm a Power Ranger, puts you in danger from space monsters.
Right.
So I'm going to tell you something. This is something you don't know. Understand? Because it can literally get you killed. Because they will take you to get to me.
Yes, and I cannot have that. I cannot have that.
Oh, speaking of which, she's at her brother's grave when the monster appears.
Yeah.
Because they found out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she's spending all this time with Carlos, I imagine, and that's probably exactly what led them
knows
there.
that Carlos is the Black Ranger.
Right. It's not a fucking mystery.
And I'm going to tell you something. For a kid's show, that was a little deep, man. Her actually going to her brother's grave was a little deep. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's weird when they'll play an angle like this and then they'll bitch out on other things that I feel should have been handled with
Mike
the same
died.
tact.
Fell into a fucking crevice in the
Exactly.
Right.
Let's see.
So Carlos runs off.
Basically, yeah, now we're at
He's
the guy
upset.
saved the girl, beat the monster.
Guys, I want you to remember something else about this episode. Somebody discovered who the Rangers were.
It was a little girl.
And you know what happens to those people?
Nothing, because he's gone now. She shows up in later episodes.
But you know what? She only appears in one other episode, but here's why she appears. Somebody's missing from this episode, Shane.
Technically, she appears in 2, but I'll cut you some slack, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a 2
Alpha.
in 1.
Alpha is not in this episode.
Right.
And there's a reason why this girl does not show up until
Oh.
the
Because
later
if Alpha had been in this episode, her ass would have
Basement.
went to the basement
of the ship. Because
No.
they don't have a command.
That's-
No.
of the moon of Jupiter.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, one of the many moons.
Yeah.
Yes. Because even after she's used as leverage, so that way then the fucking red
when
psycho
Carlos was
can
on
fight.
the ship saying, guys, so this little girl figured out that I'm a Power Ranger. And
They were like, don't tell Alpha.
Yeah.
why?
Don't tell Alpha.
But Alpha's like, oh, Carlos, did I hear that somebody found out your identity?
No.
No.
Nope.
Are
nope,
you sure? 'Cause
No.
Yes.
I'll
Positive.
take care of it.
Nope.
No, I did an autograph signing as Black Ranger in costume. Everybody saw the Black Ranger.
You don't-
worry about it. Interdimensional or whatever. Bye.
Yep. You don't even have to be in this episode, Alpha.
Are you sure?
In fact, I think both the episodes that this girl appears in, Alpha's not in those episodes.
Because if I find out if somebody knows
Because
your
if I
identity,
find out somebody knows,
I will kidnap them, put them in the basement.
yep.
Yeah. In fact, it was funny because like
And Andros.
Sinister Alpha was missing from the episodes
I'm
that
gonna tell you
this
something.
girl
Yes.
was
And
present.
because everybody was talking, and obviously Andros would
Which
not know.
means that if Alpha or Zordon knows that somebody knows, your ass will conveniently disappear.
Yeah.
Which means even the writers, this is kind of crazy, but even the writers must have an idea about this, because in the episodes where she exists, Alpha doesn't.
Yep.
He's not in this episode anywhere.
Right.
Which would have been
because
which would have led
well, no,
to
because
more
Carlos-
problems down the road. If
Exactly.
Alpha would have found out, and Alpha would have taken that girl to the moon of Jupiter.
Carlos does it himself.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, let's.
well,
I've got
wait.
questions later.
So first they battle the monster. He gets big. The monster gets destroyed thanks to the upside down wings.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
though Zane's nowhere around here. Then Psycho Red grabs the girl.
Wait a second. Until he just said that, I'd never thought about that, but they're using the wing gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Zane isn't here.
Yeah.
Right.
How are they doing that? Okay.
But then Psycho Black shoots a fire extinguisher at Red for some reason.
And this
Because exactly as I said before,
The feuding-
they stole their fucking thoughts and memories. Because they are, and they stated it themselves, evil!
You're evil! Evil!
Not evil, just lacking sound judgment.
And now
All of the dark thoughts and energies show up, because I think it's the next one. Yeah, it is. It's the next one where the Rangers are infighting, so their infighting gets even fucking worse on the Psycho side.
and now we get a Superman 4 breathing in space when Carlos takes the kid up.
Yeah.
Okay,
into
I'm telling you
space.
right now. I sat there.
Yeah,
and I saw this.
Carlos gives the girl a glowing green moon rock, which means it's either irradiated as fuck or she can now fight Superman.
Yeah, because he takes her home and he's like, oh, before I leave, I got something for you.
Yep.
She's like, what is that? It's like, it's from the moon. And she's like, Carlos, thank you. I'm like, sweet. You did it. You did what you said you were going to do. Great man.
You know
And
what?
He's like,
we
you
could
know
do
what?
something better.
I know something else we can do. And then he shows her on the fucking boogie board, and then because
He
Carlos
says it
ain't
himself.
stupid.
Yeah.
Carlos, I'm sorry, he's a douche now. This makes him a douche. He's a douche, but he's not stupid. He's like, hold on before we go into space. Let's rock it. I can't breathe in space. Then he's like, little girl, how you liking it out here? And I would be like,
Yeah, you would be dead and frozen instantly, but because this is Superman universe, space don't mean shit. And Carlos even says it himself. She's like, so what are we going to do? I'm going to take you to the moons of Jupiter. He was showing her what her fate would be if she does not
Yeah.
shut the fuck up
He took
when
her there.
Alpha's around.
He took her there and he said, "You don't know who I am. You see all these people? All these people are here because there's a psychotic robot that gives me my powers. And if he knows that you know, you'll live with these fucking people."
You see that person over there? See that person over there? That's your new mommy if you say something.
Yeah.
See that person over there? That's new daddy.
You can think this is a joke,
And,
but
and
go
you see that guy in the corner with no legs? That's your new lunch.
fucking go to
Oh my god, we went dark.
Yes.
look.
It's Sinister Alpha, damn it.
Like you go check the Angel Grove records about missing people, and memorize some of these faces, and you'll know you don't know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something. See that guy right there? See that guy right there? He was supposed to be a ranger. Nah, he didn't pan out.
Which
Yeah.
later on, she'll even learn who the Red Ranger is, and she'll just be like, "I won't say nothing."
Yeah. She literally, yeah.
And this whole
She
time,
grabs the
that
board.
whole conversation, don't tell Alpha because you know Andros doesn't
Exactly.
know.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "Why can't I tell Alpha? Don't tell Alpha."
Yeah.
Alpha.
Yeah, because Andros literally, he drops the fucking morpher, and she goes, Carlos. What? Now's not the time. I found this. Somebody dropped it. Oh. Well, give that to Andros. Andros is like, what? He's like, she goes, yeah. No, I ain't saying a fucking word. He already told me. I ain't saying
He showed me the basement. I ain't saying a goddamn word.
I know what the fuck happens.
Before, okay.
Because I know now what happened.
when he said,
I know what happened to the people
When
the command center was destroyed. Alpha moved all those people in that basement to the Jupiter
I'm
basement.
just saying,
Yeah.
dude, this would have been a lot funnier if when she's like, "I'm going to take you to the moons of Jupiter," and she was like, "Okay, spaceship, that's awesome." And then he brings on his boogie board and he's putting on his suit, and she's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm morphing." "Are we riding that to the moon? To the moons of Jupiter?" "Mm-hmm. Yeah." "Carlos, I'm like 8, but I'm not stupid. I can't breathe in space." He's like, I can now. That doesn't help me, Carlos. I can't breathe in space.
Superman 4 universe.
I'm sorry. When I saw that, I was like,
Power Rangers exists in the Christopher Reeve Superman universe.
you know,
Yep.
it would have been okay if the girl would have survived, but you know, if you're no, they should have killed the turtles. I wanted that to happen. When I saw them in space, I was like, oh, you better suffocate to death.
You know what else is interesting? There also seems to be straight up, like up and down, normal, connected to Earth gravity in space.
Yeah.
Because the boogie boards kind of wiggle, and you actually have to balance real careful, and
That's not how that
that's
works.
caused by gravity.
Yeah, that's not how
No.
space doesn't work like that.
And
Space
also,
is like this. Ready?
Zane will fall off of his board at one time, and he can't get back on it
Yeah.
because gravity is pulling him down.
And then I'd be like, Zane, you know, you
You're
can
in
easily pull yourself up. It's called no gravity in space, motherfucker.
Yeah.
In
Start
fact,
swimming, bitch.
In fact, this whole always goes straight thing should not work like that. Without a propulsion system. Where you going, Zane? I don't fucking know!
I don't have a lot of control over it.
I'm doing loop-de-loops and shit.
I'm
damn it.
sorry.
I'm puking in my helmet.
No propulsion system. Just gonna float.
I'm puking in my helmet.
Oh my god! I gotta open this up. No air. Just have puke.
Floaty puke.
I'm just saying, but that's how that
But not
episode.
floaty puke, because
It's
there's
getting in
gravity
my eye.
space. There's a lot of gravity
So-
in space.
The next episode is a rift in the Rangers.
Yep.
Yeah, because teens hate chores. Who knew?
This is the episode that Bill put on the messenger.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
I think the girls' cycles sync,
Yeah, I think the girls'
Yeah.
cycles synced up.
Yeah.
which I hear tends to happen
why
when they
isn't
live together.
Alpha around
Yeah.
It
cleaning?
is a real thing, yes.
Why isn't Alpha around cleaning? Because he's a robot. He can clean.
Because Alpha had to go check the basement. There was a security breach.
Alpha's missing randomly a lot. My guess is he makes random trips to Jupiter to feed the animals.
Yeah.
He'd be like,
Because not everybody can survive on the lunch in the corner.
he gets to Jupiter and he's like, food, and and Trini's boyfriend's like, where is Trini? I need to see her.
Oh, he's now got a long ass beard.
Oh, Trini's no longer a ranger.
and she's no longer
Here's food.
alive.
Ay, 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 ay.
Actually, in terms of what we've been seeing, seems like if you've been a ranger, you get to have that secret and live on Earth because like Jason comes back around.
Right.
and
That would have
whatnot.
been great if Alpha was like becoming a ranger. They're like, we gave our powers away. He's like, excellent. Now I must tell you this: you didn't read the fine print of the contract when you become a ranger. See, you get to get all these amazing powers and stuff, but when you lose that power, I need to take you to Jupiter. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. And that would be great.
It's a retirement home for rangers on Jupiter.
Fucking Jason and them are sitting there. Alpha comes to feed him. Alpha, let us out. No.
Sorry, contract.
Nope, contract.
But realistically, as far as I can tell, if you've been a ranger, that's some sort of contractual obligation that as long as you shut the fuck up, you get to stay out here.
Yeah.
Except with other previous rangers.
But if anybody knows
Yeah.
that you were a ranger, even if they couldn't give the secret away now anyway because you're not a ranger, they vanish.
Yep.
That little girl gets to live her life normal. Because she was smart and shut the
Because
fuck
Carlos
up.
took
Yeah.
her to fucking the moon of Jupiter and said, see that?
That's your fate if you open
You
your mouth.
don't know
Yeah.
who I am.
Yeah, because she learned from Free Advice Friday and shut the fuck up.
You're right.
If the cops show up, what do? Shut the fuck
Oh,
up.
you are right,
If
Car.
Alpha shows up, what do?
Don't
Shut
say,
the fuck
don't
up.
say anything, or you're going to end up here. You're right, Car. Black Ranger.
That's right.
That's right.
I'm Black Ranger. That is my name.
That's right.
So TJ takes command of this issue between Ashley and Cassie. It's like, you two are going to talk this out now.
That's a leadership I gained.
TJ,
Because Andros is over there like,
Andros he is not calling any shots. From this point on, like from episode 30 up, I have not seen Andros call a single command order.
Yep.
Literally, not even one.
I think
It has all been TJ.
there might have been one when he had a few ideas, but that's it.
I'm going to
But
be
those
honest.
are suggestions,
Yeah.
never
I'm
commands.
going to be honest with you. I get it.
The only commands that he ever throws is Deca. Set scan to subsector 832.
To be fair, Deca listens to Andros.
But all the other Rangers are doing the same thing.
Right.
And Decca's changing herself, too. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Andros does not make another command decision
Well,
anywhere throughout the course of these episodes.
this episode,
But
like I said,
TJ does. He is commanding the group, like right here. He knows that this problem will infect their group. It will cause problems. He wants it settled now, not later.
Yep.
He
And I
brings
get
them
it.
to the bridge and sits them down.
I'm sorry. I believe that Cassie's in the right here. She just cleaned. And now you just made a mess after she got done cleaning.
It was kind of shitty. Like, here's the
I'm
thing.
sorry. Ashley was
okay.
being a little bit of a bitch in this episode.
You
Right.
made the mess. Here's the thing. First off, let me say this. I say this to my daughter all the time. So I'm going to say it to all the fucking people that might have this attitude that are out in the real world. If you are somewhere, it may be their job to clean up. It is not their job to clean up after you. Grow the fuck up. Throw your fucking garbage away. Clean your fucking spot. Don't leave your fucking table asinine just because the guy at Hardee's doesn't make the fucking $16.95 or whatever the fuck you make. Eat shit. Pick
Yep.
up your tray, throw your shit away, clean your spot. He will be by to clean up because that's his job. It's not his job to clean up after you. And all the Rangers just got the fuck up and left.
And they're all sitting there talking
Leaving
while
all their fucking
while
pig
fucking
shit.
Cassie is literally having like a panic attack getting this place clean because this is her time to clean.
Yes.
On the schedule, I must clean this ship. My job.
And she's doing
And
it.
she's doing it. And Ashley's like, nom. Oh, we got to do something. I don't give a
They
fuck.
just throw their shit on the table and go to leave.
And
that is a cause to say, what the fuck? You guys can't even at least put the fucking dishes in the dish fucking washer?
Yep.
Eat shit, bitches. Then on top of that, when she does finally say something about terrible fucking house management, Ashley decides, oh, sorry, I'll just scrape the shit off onto the floor.
Yeah.
I'm
I
like-
just mopped there.
I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, if I saw that shit in my house, I'd be fucking furious.
Yep.
If somebody,
So-
like if people came over and they ate a bunch of pizza and whatnot, and then they were throwing their plates in the garbage, that's acceptable. If you eat a bunch of pizza, leave it all over the table, and I'm like, guys, fucking really? Like, the garbage is right fucking there, and you're like, oh, sorry, and you just scrape all your shit onto my floor?
Somebody's gonna get punched in the mouth.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I would fucking lose my
so
shit.
I'm sorry. In this case, Cassie did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Ashley isn't wrong here. And so Cassie has every right to be mad, but this is what happens. Because I don't want to feel bad, I'm going to get mad at you now.
Yeah.
I deal with that all the fucking time. With
I
her.
know.
And that is what it comes down to. Because now, so I'm like, I would have been, I'm sorry if I was TJ. I'm like, Ashley, you don't have a right to be mad. Cassie, you do. You were the one cleaning, and we made a mess. We're sorry.
Oh, wait. We get interrupted by a monster attack.
Uh-oh.
Come on, you
Yes.
two.
Oh, yeah, and they didn't even...
guess who came back and got them? Because the other guys were just gonna go on out and they were gonna sit there and pout. And TJ's the one that walks back in the room and he's like, "Guys, we're working.
Yeah. Guys,
It doesn't
monster
matter that
fight,
you're
let's fucking
pissy.
go.
Doesn't matter how pissy you are. We're working."
I'm pretty sure the monster will stop its attack while you guys have a tantrum fit. Let me go ask him. I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
But
Monster!
But that is interesting that once again it is TJ who's looking out for the team and mainly calling the shots.
And, you know, at this point, you would think that Andros would say something since his girlfriend is a part of this.
Yeah.
Like,
but,
Ash, what'd you do?
but I don't think he's running the team anymore.
I don't
Right.
think... Also, you know, he
might know better than to get involved with girls getting angry at each other.
might not understand. Like I said, he's from...
Yeah.
KO35 may have different ways of doing things.
No, they're still humans.
They are.
Yeah.
They're 100% humans. They're not all.
Well, he was also on his own
like
for 2 years without human contact.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
just going to stay away from this
Yep.
situation. But...
So TJ once again takes the enemy blow for his teammates.
Yep.
Yeah.
And once again, Yellow gets taken.
And now Cassie feels bad because what if the last thing I told her, the last time I see her, you know, we were having an argument.
Yeah.
Last
Over.
time-
Let's be
what-
real.
What if she never comes back and the last thing I said to her was "kick rocks, bitch"? Oh God. What will I do?
And you know what? To be fair, in their universe, they should know that everything works out in the end because it always does.
Right.
But in the reality, if me and you got into an argument and I'm trashing you, man, and a scary monster comes and takes you away, I'm like, well, the last thing I told fucking Seth was to go fuck himself. And what if he shows up dead? I can't apologize. I'm gonna feel bad. I get where Cassie's coming from now, even though you're good here, girl. This is not your problem. That bitch was in the wrong.
Yeah.
Yes.
Andros, get your bitch in line.
So the Rangers are scanning.
Although it's funny, sorry to cut you off, Scott, but yeah, it's funny that you bring that up because later on I'm going to bring up something and you're going to laugh because this could be the complete opposite of what you just said. Go ahead.
So the Rangers are scanning universes looking for Ashley. Meanwhile, she's back on Earth.
Yep.
Hey guys, look down.
That would.
Well, yeah, but then that's like life sensors and whatever. Like, there's a lot of people on Earth. Like, I don't know how their sensors work as akin to Star Trek or whatever. Like,
Star Trek, they don't scan your, and especially in Next Generation, they don't scan your. They scan your badge. There's a
no,
reason-
because they'll say there's so many life signs, and I can kind of like every now and then they'll be like, I can differentiate that like 4 of them are human.
And then they were like, well, what about our guys? And I'm like, well, let me see if I can get their badge. And
Yeah.
sometimes I'd be like, yeah, they're right there.
Or they'll be like, they're in too close proximity. I can't tell. I know there's life there, but I can't tell what
Okay,
is what.
there's
Right.
it might be a person or it might be a book.
So I don't understand how their scanners work.
Right.
But anyway, we get more Rangers, or Psycho Rangers find each other, and Cassie shows up to help Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley escapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she
this
puts
is actually
herself
ki-
in the self-sacrifice
This is actually kind of
shot.
a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
She's alone, and these Rangers are obviously stronger than you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you're up against 2 Psycho Rangers and you're handcuffed.
Yes.
Yeah, she at least tries.
No. Yeah. I liked it.
I like
Yeah,
the fact
when
that
she
does
was
try.
she was in the jail cell, she was fighting.
Yeah, she did. She
So-
fucking did a kick, and she's like, "Ha, I'm going to fight still." To no avail, because...
Yes.
But, and then she was like,
You two are fighting. Bye.
bye! Jumps, I mean, you don't know where you're at. I'm sorry. I know you're morphed, and that is going to protect you. To an extent, okay? You don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
I see a window. Desperate times, I get it. But what... what if you would have jumped out the window and realized you were 3 feet?
Oh,
Well,
God.
shit. and then fucking Psycho Yellow's like, stop. You know, We got to keep that bitch over there.
Right.
We were 3 feet in the air, bitch. You ain't getting away. But
Right.
luckily, she was on a cliff.
Right.
But I laughed at that part. That would have been funny.
Exactly. It'd be like fucking jumping out of Bill's window. Oh my God, there's a fire. Psh. Well, fuck. I could
And
have
because
just gone
they're
out
not,
the damn door.
and because they're not that far from the window, Psycho Yellow could have just grabbed her and thrown her back in while having the argument.
Yeah.
And not even losing eye contact with Psycho Pink. You know, it's like, yeah, don't do that again. So anyway, we can do this together.
Right.
So the
Why
two.
you gotta keep undermining me, bitch? Why you, get the
So
fuck
because
back in
Evil
here.
Rangers have no alliance to anybody,
No, they don't.
Yeah, they're fighting
No.
each other more and more.
the whole agreement was
they were whipping ass as a whole team.
So I'm going to
and
tell you
now-
something. We proved that Psycho Pink is the weakest. We know that.
yeah.
I also think she's the most gullible of the team. She kept listening to and falling for Psycho.
Interesting that you could bring a possibility like that up, especially if, say, they downloaded centralized data from a network that knew an awful lot about the Mighty Morphin.
Kimberly was
because
a-
we know that Kimberly, he's like a father to us.
A little bit gullible. Yes, I get it. And Psycho Pink just kept listening to Yellow
Yes.
until, eventually he's like, you know what, bitch, I'm done.
And now we get to see one of the Psycho Rangers' monster form.
Wasn't that Yellow? No, it's Pink.
No,
Yeah.
the pink gets okay.
Her visor gets cracked.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
and there's an awful lot of evil energy, and evil energy, when it's out of base, especially and we've seen this with robots. I don't know why, but we've seen this a lot of times where, sometimes when robots are made to grow or they're exposed to extra energy, they mutate. This has happened multiple times in the Robot series that we watched, and it also happens even again in this series where there's a truck that when exposed to evil energy that makes it grow, it turns into a completely different monster.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that made me start thinking, I think these Psycho Rangers are those robots. They're the Robot Rangers.
It's really, I like that theory. And I'm going to tell you something right now, man. Because of their constant bickering between the two, Psycho Yellow inadvertently does get Pink killed.
Yes,
I know you guys have your own agenda, but you guys are supposed to be working together.
but they're
sorta.
not.
Yeah, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're not a team.
And
They were a team until they were corrupted by the same kind of bullshit that is now
and
affecting Corrupt.
you got your acquaintance killed.
If that.
Yeah.
You know them. That's about it.
Yep.
Hey,
You got your coworker.
got your coworker killed. And how does Psycho Yellow feel? I don't give a fuck.
Because she doesn't.
Well, she's a little upset because now there's only 4 of us
Oh,
against
yeah,
the 5.
yeah.
But
Guys,
oh well.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Pink's dead. Why? We were arguing and she got killed. And Red would be like, damn it, now we're down a man. Fuck.
Oh well, we'll still get.
We'll
him.
figure
Fuck
it out.
Yeah.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, obviously, she's the first one to go down.
The
Fairly quickly, be fair. This is only the
this
third episode that they've been introduced, and she went down quick.
The weird thing is when you were talking about the crack in the helmet, it's like that also continues at for the next Psycho Ranger. It's like the same area.
Way to go! Why you dropping shit? That's why we can't have
Fireworks!
nice things. Yeah, firework.
Yep, but yeah, so
So the episode ends with TJ volunteering the guys to clean up because the girls are arguing over the help that Ashley's offering, and then the girls walk away giving a little high five and stuff like that.
manipulating.
Yeah.
Got them to do our shit.
Either way, we're on to the next episode.
Next episode is 5 of a Kind.
Yep.
Which is funny because we get to start off almost the exact same way that we kind of did in the last episode for the bad guys, where Dark fucking Spectre's being a goddamn idiot. Why have you not found the evil jackasses that are fucking destroying my powers?
I gotta move my arm like this. Like
Because
I'm
that's all I can do is move my
I
arms.
can only do this. I got this from Goldar.
Astronomer, my powers keep being drained on Earth. Why can't you find it? You know, the sector you're in charge of?
Dark Spectre.
Oh, wait a minute.
Dark Spectre, we are doing everything we can to find this, and I promise you we will. Very good. Bye-bye.
You've reached Astronema Tech Support. What seems to be your problem today?
Elgar is the tech support man. And he looks, and you can see Dark Spectre looking like,
What seems to be the problem there, Big Spectre?
you guys got this, bye.
He's like, someone's draining my powers. Well, that's a fucking problem right there, I tell you.
We need you. You are our leader. I promise you, I will get to the... No. You're stupid.
I'll look into it. I sure
Wait a
will.
minute. No, you're not.
I trust some Quantrons more than you.
Yes, but I helped defeat the Rangers. Fuck, he's got that on his resume.
Yep, he does.
Yes, he does.
That's actually the reason he's posted here.
Yeah,
Right.
because he was part of the...
Because he's one of the only monsters in service right now that actually defeated Rangers.
So TJ comes up with an interesting idea
Oh, you mean because he finally played Pokemon?
to switch Rangers among the Psychos, which it's an interesting idea.
We've been working on interesting theories since the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
When we mentioned that something is going on with the suits, and the blue either seems to be automatically given to the most intelligent person, or in time seems to augment their learning abilities. TJ was the kind of guy that jumped off a cliff and figured it out on the way down. He was the kind of leader that was a cool leader. And maybe, if his plan worked, it's going to be fucking sweet. But if it doesn't work, we're all going to die, and that includes you. And you don't get to know my plan because I really don't even know it.
I'm gonna figure it while I'm jumping.
So you guys handle the Megazord. I'm going to go out there and do something. What are you going to do? Something. And then I leave, and then I kick the shit out of somebody, and it just so happens to work, and I break the batteries, and I get the other Megazord back. But had it not worked out, sorry.
We need new Rangers. Because we
But
did.
now, all of a sudden he's reviewing battle footage and looking into situations and thinking strategically and managing the team.
And to be fair,
and looking after their well-being
is a
and
smart
coming up
move.
with the idea of switching battle partners, and then later coming up with the idea to, what if they just couldn't tell who we were?
And that's actually
Yeah,
quite smart.
what if we pull what
All of
actually
this is smart.
the
And
And he
Kage
happens
Nobusu no
to
Jutsu?
he happens
Because,
to be
you know,
wearing he's wearing blue.
You've got to
Yeah.
be because they know your fighting style. So like Carlos, I noticed that Psycho Black kicks your ass because he knows how you fight. You're fighting Psycho Red. He doesn't know how you fight. I'm going to fight Psycho Yellow. Ashley and Cassie says we're down a Psycho. You two are going to double team Psycho Blue. We're going to kick the shit out of Andros. My bud, my man.
No, we're not watching that show. Tommy's wig
We
and
already
his,
saw that.
Tommy's wig can stay where it is.
Andros, my man, you are going to stand there and wait. Because our leader just gave us an order.
It is interesting. I'm telling
Yeah.
you, the
It's a
Blue
smart-
Ranger power
it is a smart
seems to have changed the way TJ
I honestly,
thinks.
well, because I've watched other Power Ranger series. I mean, like a lot of them.
Yeah.
And every time I see the Blue Ranger, either they were already fairly intelligent or it enhances them. Even Rocky got a boost when he became the Blue Zeo.
Right.
Right.
And we all, and he ain't the brightest
No.
tool in the tool shed.
But
He
this
ain't, he
has
ain't the brightest crayon in the toolbox.
wearing the
Right.
Blue Ranger's power, and being the Blue Ranger seems to have literally changed the kind of person TJ was.
Yeah. He is intelligent. He's, he's doing double duty. I'm the brains and the leader now.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, he's the one that's been calling the shots.
And this is, like I said, a brilliant plan. Spray paint yourself blue. Now that
However that works. Augmented field in the morphing grid that, who knows?
Too much Blue Ranger power.
No. What it is they literally spray painted their suits, and Alpha will get it out later in the wash.
No, because they get it out later themselves.
Once they reveal
They
Silver Psycho.
literally they just go, huh! And then all of a sudden there's like crackly, sparkly energy on them, and then all of
Also-
a sudden they're the regular colors. But
also-
that's later.
TJ is constantly working on the ship.
Yeah.
Redirecting power flows and messing with cables and things like that. He didn't have that kind of ability before. He wasn't doing that when he was in Red. That was the Yellow Ranger that was a mechanic kind of person.
Yeah, she was supposed to be the mechanic.
It wasn't him. but now it is. The Blue Ranger power is augmenting his prowess and intelligence.
So TJ's idea did work for a while, but then again, the Psychos figured out and went back to their normal routine and kicked their ass.
Right.
Right.
Kicked that ass.
Which
so.
led to the second part of the plan.
Yep.
Right.
Everyone wear blue.
He came up with a strategy. It didn't work. He reassessed that strategy and went back in.
Yeah. Which actually, he had two parts to the strategy. First is everybody wear blue, and then the other is, hey Zane,
You
what
want
are
to
your
play dress
measurements?
up?
Yeah. What are your measurements? We're going to play dress up.
This was all TJ.
Yeah.
It was a strategic command decision, which is not something that TJ is, but because he's in blue.
I want to ask this to the fans. Was the Psycho Silver an actual part of Mega Ranger, or was it just like,
No, I did do some digging myself earlier because I actually did have what their real team name was in the Sentai. There was no Silver.
okay.
I don't believe it went down the same way it did in the Sentai as it did for us. Like, yes, they did do the legit Kage Nobusha no Jutsu where you have 8 dudes dressed up in the exact same fucking outfit, like literally exact same outfit, like they're a fucking shitty boy band, and you can't tell who the fuck is who. Yeah, that type of shit. Because that actually was all Sentai footage, but yeah, no, there was no Silver over there. Like, that was all American bullshit, to my knowledge. Although fans can correct me, but from what I know, yeah, it's all bullshit. Speaking of bullshit, so everybody else fucks off, and then they team up on Blue, who grows, and then decides he's going to freeze the Megazord, so they turn up the heater.
And apparently the blue monster can cause, hail to go down
Guys,
like a Pokemon?
guys, we're cold. Let's change it from AC to heat.
Let's get to melting levels.
Guys, now that we're unfrozen, let's just channel this heat through the energy sword, because, he's an ice type, and we have fire type, and we just...
You know what? Let's use the wings, too. Let's use those upside-down wings as well. Because people love the upside-down wings.
Charizard, use flamethrower! Super
And
effective.
the day was saved thanks to the Power Rangers.
All they did was tech the tech.
Right.
Whatever. I don't understand how it worked, nor will we ever.
And now we're down to 3.
And now Stronma decides, now I will share one of my master plans with the Psychos.
Well, yeah, that's how you play both sides.
Yeah.
Now that you're
keep
down-
a motherfucker in the dark. Oh, hey, look. Now it's like even playing field.
You're on a need-to-know
right.
basis.
Yeah.
And now you need
And
to
now
know.
you need to know, yes.
Because now we're down 2 Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
And over on the spaceship, we get...
But what did she let them in on?
They didn't get to that. They didn't reveal it. They just switched over to this the Astro...
Because she
spaceship.
doesn't tell them that they're draining Dark Spectre.
No.
They are not aware of that even until up to the point that they die. They do not know that.
But we
Right.
go back to the spaceship where TJ and Andros share a moment, which should have been talking about transferring leadership, but instead it was more about Andros talking about his sister.
When was this? I'm trying to remember.
It's at the end of the episode. It's like, this should have been the Andros talking to TJ about leading the Rangers instead of talking about his sister sending the Psychos.
I think we never get to see it, but I'm telling you, there must have been a conversation that took place because the other Rangers continuously respond to TJ, not Andros. I've been watching it literally since when I started episode 31 and started watching this, I started noticing that Andros does not give commands, and whenever a command is given, it seems to be TJ, and the other Rangers constantly look to TJ to make a decision. And I keep seeing that, and I'm like, nobody's looking to Andros. Like, there must have already been something behind the scenes that we didn't get to see.
I mean, that's why I was kind of hoping for this, like, little Andros being awkward and wanting to approach TJ about something. But instead it was like, yeah, my sister sent the Psychos, and I know this somehow.
I mean, she's the monarch of evil right now.
Yeah.